Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women.
The Katt Williams is back on Mr. Madea's again, and this time he is accusing him of organizing wild freak-offs parties where he and his associates take turns swapping rappers to SA all night long. Katt Williams already blasted Tyler Perry a while ago for being a DL gay man, but this time he isn't just speaking about Tyler splitting his cheeks open for these younger men to rail him, he's accusing him of possibly SAing them too. To make matters even worse, Tyler has been getting slapped with multiple SA lawsuits left and right by some young actors who claim he forced them to sleep with him and in exchange reward them with a movie role. The crazier the things they did in the bedroom with him, the bigger the role they get in his movies will be. And baby, let's just say Tyler has a type when it comes to these men. He's very specific about the ones he did this to, and apparently his guest house is where he tricks them to allegedly SA them. The rumors about Tyler have been going on for a while, but it started getting crazy a few days ago when an actor from Tyler's TV, The Oval, Dixon, filed an explosive $260 million lawsuit against Tyler, accusing him of using his power to get these young boys to blow his back out. Derek said he first met Tyler back in 2019 at an industry event at Tyler's studio in Atlanta. Tyler took his numbers, and from there, it was nonstop advances at trying to get him in bed. The suit read, Mr. Perry made it clear to Dixon that if Dixon ignored Perry or failed to engage with the sexual innuendos, Dixon's character would die in the next season. Perry always held this over Mr. Dixon's head, implying that his character, Dale, would survive if Dixon kept Perry happy. Tyler even went as far as pinning him to the wall and choking him while asking him if he likes it rough in bed, and then grabbed Derek by the throat while saying, look how excited you just got. He also said there was a time when he was staying in Tyler's guest house at his house when Tyler walked in on him wearing his underwear. He said Tyler yanked down his underwear, his butt, and said, relax and just let it happen, and assured him it wasn't going to hurt. Dixon says he managed to rebuff this advance by changing the subject. Derek also attached several text messages between him and Tyler was on there talking crazy. Like in this message, he said, no straight man would be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they wanted to F you. I would F you. It honestly didn't take much for people to believe Tyler because prior to Derek, there was also Christian Keys. Unlike Derek, Christian didn't explicitly mention Tyler, but he didn't make it hard to figure out who he was talking about. Christian had made a while back talking about how a certain powerful man in the industry had been using his power to exploit and force young men to sleep with him for movie roles. Christian didn't explicitly mention Tyler's name, but people were sure it was him, and guess what? Christian never bothered to come back and clear the air.
Speaking to my brother about making a declaration of my experience, what I experienced with certain powers that be that were moving inappropriately. This person was me for years. He was claiming, that he had multiple young black men on the payroll, and they just had to show up when he requested them to be there. Not just women that have to deal with it, but it's also men sometimes, and it'll be men tempting men. I was like, well, I gotta protect me because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above.
And y'all remember how Derek said Tyler got real touchy while he was staying at his guest house? Well, it turns out that a while back, Christian Keys also came out to expose Tyler Perry, and he also brought up that same guest house Derek was talking about. It's almost as if that's his go-to place for his victims when he knows he has ulterior motives with them. Christian claims he was tipsy off that Henny when Tyler barged into his room and grabbed on him, not once, not twice, multiple times.
I'm interested to see which peers are mad at me because it may interfere with their work. But, yeah. You get a grown man that knows that you're heterosexual and you're sleeping off Hennessy in his guest room. he says it's safe. Because I know I'm bad, so I'm after a big party. Won't say what type, won't say where. I'm asleep. I'm gone because I'm 4-5 Hennessy's deep and not short Hennessy's either. And this dude tries to climb into bed with you. So you spaz out, push him out, like what the get ready to leave. He apologizes, blame it on the alcohol. And you try to forgive him. So you're like, all right, man. All right, I'm gone. You shake his hand on the way out, and he tries to grab you. He tries to shake and grab your equipment. And you spaz even more. Like, what the you doing, man? What the Oh, my bad. So you go to leave, he tries to do it again. Now, at that point, my only regret is not bringing multiple bones in this person's face.
Now, the thing with Christian is he apparently received hush money from Tyler, and that's why he didn't end up suing like Derek did. But that doesn't mean he was free from Tyler's advances, because word on the street is Tyler was still trying to get a taste of him. And when it became clear to him that Christian wasn't giving it up, he started working with BET to sabotage his show. Things got so bad that Christian ended up pulling his show out of BET and Tyler's network altogether.
In transparency, it is disappointing to continuously find out that your show is coming back on the internet instead of finding out from the network. And I've mentioned that in previous seasons, and it's still happening. Or to see the trailer online and have to go search for the trailer so I can try to download the trailer for the hit show that I created for this studio and this network, instead of getting it sent when everybody else is getting theirs. It does feel dismissive and disrespectful when it continues to happen and you've addressed it and it still happens. So at this point, I do not believe that the prequel series that I've written and the spinoff show, any prequel or sequels, I do not believe I'll be doing them with BET. Whether you noticed or not, season 2, my Created by credit was removed. And I asked to get it back and they said no. And I ended up having to call the WGA, call the union to force the studio to give me my credit back that I had earned. I created this 15 years ago and I've been working on it for 15 years. I think God gave it to me because he knew I was going to protect it, and I will. But some things, these things got to change. In the prequel and sequel space, unfortunately, there are going to be a few personnel changes. Sometimes it happens, unfortunately, where some people get entitled or arrogant and unprofessional and, start coming to work high and inebriated on a regular basis, or start saying whatever they want to when the camera's rolling and disrespectful ad libs and things. And those things will be addressed. So there may be some personnel changes, but the show will go on.
Now, this is where Katt Williams stepped into the chat and had us gagging. Word on the street is he has been going around the industry warning people, especially young men, not to attend Tyler's party because apparently Tyler loves just like Diddy. He said these stories we're hearing about him trucking young men into bed by promising them a career is just the tip of the iceberg. A lot of people weren't surprised to hear about Katt allegedly saying this about Tyler because if y'all remember, he was on Tyler's tail last year during his heated interview with Shannon Sharpe. Katt Williams accused Tyler of wanting to be a woman, claiming that the reason Tyler loved playing Madea so much is because he secretly wanted to be a woman, and that role allows him to freely do that without anyone giving him the side eye.
Everybody was Katt Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steve and Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
Katt Williams might tell a joke, but he never tells a lie, and what's even crazier is that he started ringing the alarm bells about Tyler even before Christian or Derek came out with their allegations, but as usual, people thought it wasn't that serious till the allegations came out. One person said, "Truth! Katt has been speaking the truth for 20 years. They've been messing with him and rolling up on him and taking his kids away because he won't play their game. A great man." Another person said, "Tyler just needs to tell people what he likes and people will leave him alone. It's 2025. Live your truth." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Tyler Perry getting exposed for allegedly touching on these young men? And do y'all think Katt Williams is onto something with these allegations? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.